You're probably sick of all the hype. I'm sick of the name. Good morning, I'm Rock 107's Prospector. Aren't you sick of calling the Super Bowl the big game? I am. We need a new alternate name for the big game. All right? Super Bowl's fine for when we can use it, but legally there's sometimes you can't. Every other time you can, it's always the big game. I'm looking for your suggestions. I came up with Gridiron Gala or Wingapalooza, but I'm not in love with those names. Give me your alternate name for the big game. Let me know. 1-888-ROCK-107. Open mic on the Rock 107 app. That's 1-888-ROCK-107. 1-888-762-5107. It needs a new name just because I'm sick of calling it the big game. Good morning, I'm Rock 107's Prospector. Can't we come up with another thing to call the Super Bowl besides the big game? It's played out. It's cliche. I'm looking for your suggestions. All right. Give me your alternate name for the big game. Rock lines, 1-888-ROCK-107. And I got one from Open Mic on the Rock 107 app. What do you got?
You want another name for the Super Bowl? How about the Should Be Played on Saturday Bowl?
All right. Let me know your alternate name for the big game. And don't just say, I say Super Bowl. Well, sometimes I can't. 1-888-ROCK-107. Open Mic on the Rock 107 app.
Texting and drinking is never a good idea. We've all done it, and we've all regretted it. The drunken texts you forgot you sent. Prospectors collected them in Texticated on Rock 107.
From the 313, Detroit, Michigan, you kept trying to make scrambled eggs with 3 hard-boiled eggs. Area code 717, Harrisburg, PA. I just spiked the applesauce. Try to tell me again how your party's better. And from the 740 in Newark, Ohio. So how many shot glasses of coffee grounds make 1 pot of coffee?
You hit send, and we hit the floor laughing in Texticated on Rock 107.
Area code 248 in Troy, Michigan. They have a pepper shaker for pot. From the 484, Allentown, PA. How many thumbs am I supposed to have at one time? Reply from Philadelphia, area code 215. You found the shrooms, didn't you? Area code 925, Concord, California. Can you buy anything in the calf for less than $2? I spent the last of my laundry money on a chia pet.
Proof that booze and cell phones don't mix in Texticated on Rock 107.
Area code 802, Burlington, Vermont. Got high and weighed everything in the house. My head weighs 16.2 pounds. Is that okay? From the 541 in Eugene, Oregon. You slow danced with your carpet steamer last night. And from area 208, Boise, Idaho. I don't know. The only plans I have for sure after finals are smoking a bowl and eating a 5-pound gummy bear. By the way, I bought a 5-pound gummy bear.
Hey. We found him in your telephone in Texticated on Rock 107. Prospector ruins everything, even the news. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
It says dress in the colors of your favorite team, and then we'll see who everyone favors when you get here. I don't even know who's playing. When was that decided? I guess I'll wear my old cheerleader jacket from high school because that's the last time I ever really paid attention to football. Okay, that's not true at all. I had no idea what was going on. All I knew is if our fans started cheering, I'd jump up and down. And if they were yelling and cursing, I'd yell, defense, or something. I don't even know. I was more about finding out what everyone was doing after the game. The game was just the pre-party to the real fun. And it'll be the same at this party. I just want to go to socialize and drink and eat and watch the commercials. Oh, I'll have to avoid the ones that get leaked on the internet this week because I like to see them live. I guess I'll be playing defense at my computer. I just made a football joke. Go me!
And that was another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
And now it's time for another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
Great. I got an Evite to a Super Bowl party. An Evite? What the? I guess I could pretend I never saw it. Who wants to watch the game with a bunch of yammering idiots talking about the best commercial or constantly whining that it's not halftime yet? Yeah, that's it. I'm not going. I'll pretend I didn't see it. Perfect. Oh, crap. It sent a read receipt. Ugh.
And that was another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
Prospector, San Francisco 49er quarterback Brock Purdy is easily the best value in the NFL. He was the 262nd pick, the final pick of the 2022 NFL Draft. Mr. Irrelevant. And now he's starting in the Super Bowl. Yeah, it's like being the last kid picked for dodgeball in school, then somehow wiping the floor with all the other kids and taking out the gym teacher and the school administrator too, right? He's still on his rookie contract. That means his base salary for 2023, $850,000. And yes, that's a lot of money. But let's put it in perspective because there are 20 starting QBs who made his salary before the first game of the season was even over. And 19 of those guys ain't in the Super Bowl this year. Lamar Jackson from the Baltimore Ravens made Brock's entire salary just 11 minutes into game one thanks to his $80 million salary. It took Patrick Mahomes 16 minutes. He made $59.4 million this year. Daniel Jones of the New York Giants, who was, let's face it, was having a pretty bad year before he got cut short by injury. He did it in 19 minutes. And then there's other quarterbacks, 8 of them, who made Brock's salary between games 1 and 10. Jordan Love of the Green Bay Packers, Tua from the Dolphins, Tampa Bay's Baker Mayfield, who everybody was talking about being on a great deal because he was on a 1-year prove-it deal. So, yeah, lots of them did it. If you're feeling bad for quarterbacks who got hurt or didn't play all year, yeah, they didn't miss the boat on making more money than Brock Purdy either. Aaron Rodgers and Kyler Murray weren't even counted in this because they didn't take the majority of snaps in week 1, but they still crushed it in the cashing checks department. But you know what? Hey, good for Brock. He's out there proving that you don't need to break the bank to break some records. Maybe he'll start a trend and we'll see QBs negotiating their deals over value meals at Mickey D's. Yeah, look, to get a Super Bowl bonus, and can I get a large Coke? That'd be awesome.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A dad in Las Vegas noticed his daughter falling behind in reading after schools closed down during the pandemic. And even though he had no coding experience, he started working on an AI reading app to help her catch up. Using ChatGPT, it tracks the words your kid knows, pairs them with words they're struggling with, and creates a custom children's story using just those specific words. It's called Word Stumble, and yeah, it's absolutely free, and anyone can use it now.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107. Ladies and gentlemen, grab the kids, call your neighbors, and gather around the radio.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Jam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
Hey kids, this is the kind of thing that makes boomers hate you. No, it makes anyone with a heart hate you. A 65-year-old guy named Stefano Chiato was on his daily walk through a park in Denver last week and needed to use the bathroom. Luckily, he spotted a porta potty, an extra large one made by a company called Honey Bucket, which, if you ask me, is a gross name. He went inside to do his business, but before he finished up, he felt the porta potty start moving and thought maybe workers were picking it up to empty it. But sadly, that wasn't the case. It was actually some teenagers who thought it would be fun to tip it over while the guy was in there. Unfortunately, they succeeded. You can only imagine how gross that must have been. The guy also hurt his back in the fall, but he is feeling better. A man and his son saw it happen and helped him out. They're the ones who said teenagers did it. The kids could potentially face charges, but they were long gone by the time cops got there, and it doesn't sound like they have any leads.
Nominee number 2.
It was just a matter of time before some technology-obsessed moron decided to try this. The release of Apple's high-end Vision Pro AR/VR headset, priced at $3,500, made waves on Friday but one user's video demonstration had police pulling him over. A user named Dante took to X, previously known as Twitter, to share a video of himself driving a Tesla with the Apple Vision Pro covering his eyes. The brief clip showed Dante driving down a highway, visibly interacting with the screen visible only through the virtual headset, while his hands are off the wheel. The video abruptly transitioned to Dante being pulled over by cops, with lights flashing behind him as he sits in a parking lot. Now, Apple safety guidelines explicitly prohibit the use of Vision Pro headsets while operating a moving vehicle or engaging in activities that require attention to safety, such as driving, riding a bicycle, operating heavy machinery, or other things like that.
And the winner is
the punk kids who toppled a porta potty while a senior citizen was using it. What the hell is the matter with you? You're animals, and I hope you get caught. But you're definitely the yam bags of the day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107.